Hi everyone, I hope you're taking care of yourselves and one another. It's January and I don't know about you, but come January, all I can think about is spring. And this spring I want to get some more chicks and I want to get a few other things that I have my eye on. So the first thing that I needed to do was get the chicken coop up and running, the one closest to the house, because I needed electricity to go in there because our winters can be extremely cold and their water will ice up within a few hours, just 2 hours or so. The whole thing will be a brick ice. So I needed electricity and I needed the coop to be closer to the house, so I decided to redo the shed that was here when I bought the property. The first issue I had to deal with was the mulberry tree. I had cut this back many times a year for the first 2 years, and it grows so fast that all it does is smack up against the shed constantly, and I'll show you what it's done to cave in that ceiling later on in the video. So the first issue was take down this tree. It was really in the way for other things that I needed to do in the yard as well, and I would like to put some chicken runs in there as well. So I had to get rid of the tree. The only day I had was this day, and it was so windy that everything was flying around, and I may just unmute the clip to show you how windy it was, but it was a challenge because of the high winds, but I had to get it done because Christmas was around the corner and the cold was coming, so it was all hands on deck.
My name, all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5. The city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, I'm trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip
And the battery jammed. I thought, I'm not walking in front of that, and it was a good thing.
Down here everything is understated, that's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, I'm happy with the simple life. Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name and all my friends.
In the roof. Right there. Ah! There it goes. It's right in there. See it? Ah! That's running out with it. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's got one of its babies. Oh, it's trying to save its baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel horrible. Oh, okay. Can I get you down? How do I get you down? Hold on, I'm gonna make you a bridge. Hold on, I didn't know you had babies. By the time the project had been done, I had found 5 nests full of babies in that roof. So it made me feel a whole lot better knowing that I got all of that out of there before I put down all the new wood that had to go up.
Traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's brand.
The biggest dilemma that I had was putting the big pieces of wood back up there after I cut them. It's very hard to do by yourself. Getting on the ladder, holding it up there, securing it with screws. I knew I needed a second pair of hands. So my son-in-law and my daughter came down, and he's always so wonderful to help me. I don't know what I would do without him. He is such a sport. So he came down one weekend and helped me get that wood back up.
Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. 'Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life.
I put the drip edge in, I did the underlay, and then I put my shingles on. It turned out really good, and I was so relieved because now at that point I could actually work inside of the shed, and it didn't matter if it was going to rain or not.
Just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm a happy with
Inside I decided to make a wall so I would have a place to go into the coop and actually shut the doors behind me to give me some room that if I opened that door, the chickens wouldn't be able to run out if I was getting them food or whatever I needed to do in there. So I decided to build the wall with the door. The inside of the shed, there's certain areas of the inside that I took the wood out of and replaced it. I think you can see it in some of those clips. The wider pieces of board, they were a little moldy, they were full of rot. I removed all that and fixed that before I started any of the framing. I framed the wall out so I could have some shallow shelves out there. The door's really sturdy. I put the mesh on there, so that worked out well. I have a place for my straw on the side, and I have a container of food as well on the other side so mice and things can't go in there. Then when you walk in, I made 3 nesting boxes, and I made them to open up from the top, so that makes it really easy for me to gather eggs, and it makes it really easy for me to clean. I used all scrap material that I had in the barn, And then I made the chickens a ladder up through the door and a ladder in the back to go outside through the door. I punched out that wall as well and just framed that in so it's nice and sturdy. I made roosts, and I also made them a swing out of the tree limbs from the tree that I took down to do the shed. I used all of that for some fun stuff so they can keep themselves occupied in there a little bit. The light worked out really well. I don't put it on often. It's only for those really, really cold days where their water freezes. They love it in there. They absolutely love it in there. You know, they're good to go. So they're happy and I'm happy. I still want to do a lot of work on the outside of the shed, but it wasn't a priority. But I would love to put barn board up on the outside and take all of that siding down because the siding is pretty old and it's pretty banged up. But that's for another project. It's not priority, like I said, so that would be a fun thing to do in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Share with some friends. Maybe they can get some ideas for their chicken coop as well. Till next time, hey do.